Hello, thank you for taking some time to view this video. I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. So the point of this video is twofold. One, to give you some tips and tricks you could use on your website to increase your online traffic, your revenue, your leads, and increase the business. And two is to use your website to compare it to your local competitor's website and see if those tips and tricks could outrank them to get on the first page of Google with some services from the eyes of consumers. So I'll talk about three things: content, backlinks, and citations. So whatever I talk about here, you definitely use on your own for your website. But if you want to talk about that or anything further, please feel free to reach out. Either way, if I get a few lines of feedback on this video, that helps me get better at making these for local businesses. All right, so let's get started. So first, content. So in your content, on your homepage especially, you need anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000 words, just depending on the competition and number of keywords needed. So a keyword is anything someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So in your content, you can place keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what terms you want your website to be found for. So right now, you guys obviously do very well in marketing. Got a nice laid out website, very eye-popping. A lot of content on there actually, but there's some other things you can do on the back end of your website to get on the first page of Google and beat some of the top competitors in the San Diego competitive market area. So speaking of Google, if I lived in San Diego, I might type this in: plumbing services San Diego. Here's what comes up. A lot of times ads come up here. They're hit or miss if you haven't invested in those, or if you have, that's great. A lot of times consumers skip over them and they go to this map pack here. This is citations. I'll go more of that in a minute. But we call these organics here. We feel this is the most important in searchability with Google. So the goal is to be on the first page of any kind of service you provide and area you provide for, to be on that first page of Google, right in front of the eyes of consumers. So as we scroll down here, there's some big competitors here. As we scroll down, you can see you're not on the first page of Google. So you might have heard this saying: a great place to hide a dead body is on page 2 or 3 of Google. So the goal, again, you want to be on that first page of Google, be in the eyes of consumers. Typically, we don't count directories like Yelp and Angie's List, because if I'm a local consumer, I'm going to pick a local company for that service, especially if it's an emergency. So here's top 3 big competitors here. So I'll compare your website to, the third one, Paws Plumbing. So the goal, if you could beat this guy, of course the goal is to get up here. But to start out, if we could beat this guy, we get on the first page of Google and just start increasing our traffic and leads, increase our business. So to do that comparison, there's a tool we use called Ahrefs. It's how we do a deep dive in websites. So here is your URL right here, and here's your numbers. So right now you're using 178 keywords on your website. So that's what I would just increase on your website, just increase your keywords. And it's coming, it's thinking, there you go. So here's some of the keywords you're using. So you want to have high searchability, high volume, more bang for your buck. So you have some good ones here. So don't change any of these keywords, but you want to add to them. So again, think about all the buyer intent keywords that you can: plumbing services, plumbing repair, plumbers, plumber, San Diego, if you go to La Mesa, wherever you go, just to increase your keywords in all the service areas, all the counties that you serve. So compare that to your local competitors. Here's Paws Plumbing website here. Pretty decent website. I actually kind of like your layout a little bit better actually, but they're doing some things on their back end that might be outranking you on Google. So right here, you're actually beating them in keywords. So don't take them keywords. Actually, you could use some that they're not using. So let's look at their volume. Maybe they have some high volume here. See, I'm not sure if this one's on your website. This is a high volume one, 3,000, plumber San Diego. So the thing is, you could take all these buyer intent keywords that's not on your website, add them, and that gets you closer to that searchability on Google. Secondly, there's backlinks. So backlinks is anywhere where one website is linking to your website. So these links act like an endorsement of your website from others, which Google uses that to build trust in your business by seeing others vouch for you. So literally, it's like a popularity contest. Person with the most backlinks wins. Keep it in mind, not all backlinks are created equal. Very important to have other plumbing services, HVAC services, electrical service websites linking back to you, just as to give you that trustability if like a doctor's office, lawyer's office, restaurant website is linking to you. So right here, your backlink game is strong. You have over 1,000 backlinks with 359 reference domains, very strong there. But compare that to your local competitor, you might be beating them. Yeah, you're beating them. Yeah, so keep up your backlinks. Thing is your keywords. Okay, so you want to increase those keywords and get to this traffic here. So you might want to double check, first off, the volume of your keywords and your backlinks. See if they're credible backlinks, because they're getting more traffic than you and they're being ranked on page 1 of Google. Yeah, so you have 123 traffic. They have 404 traffic. So double check your keywords, make sure they're high volume, double check your backlinks, make sure they're doing what they are for you. And then finally, there's citations. So a citation is anywhere where your business name, your number, and your address are shown exactly on your Google business profile. So citations help you rank in this map pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses since this can generate huge amounts of revenue. Again, the goal is to be in the top the top three. Sometimes there's 4 here, but be in the top 3, because much like on pages 2 or 3 of Google, people don't click this button for more services. So you want to be right in the front of face of consumers. And to do that, increase your citations with directories like Yelp, Angie's List, Expertise, BBB. There's hundreds of others you probably heard of. Also, social media accounts are great too. So the idea here is that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet. And the larger your online presence is, the more Google trusts you. So once Google sees you more often than these competitors, the more likely it is you outrank them. So once your content, your backlinks, your citations, once they all come together, you start to outgrow your competitors. And here's what you might be looking at and why is that so worth it to be in the eyes of consumers here and here. So not sure what your margins are, but I imagine that could generate some pretty decent revenue for you. Also, there's usually many more keywords you could use to generate more and more traffic and leads. So this is what I do. Create this video for you to start generating those leads on your own. But if you do find yourself wanting more and to continue scaling as far as you want, feel free to reach out. I could help you out with that. I'll give you some more information. We could talk about goals. I could do the research to find out exactly what could be realistic for your business and what it might take to reach those goals. So again, if you leave me a few lines of feedback, that'll help me out to making these videos for local businesses. Again, I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Hopefully it was informative. Much luck in your business. Have a great day.